of Hollywood star Jonathan Majors. A jury has found him guilty of some charges in this New York criminal case, which stems, of course, from a domestic incident with his former girlfriend.
Marvel actor Jonathan Majors faced a significant setback as a New York jury found him guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and harassment. The verdict, reached after over 4 hours of deliberation across 3 days, was delivered by a 6-person jury.
The 34-year-old Creed III actor has been convicted of assaulting and harassing his former girlfriend. The charges stem from a fight between the couple in the back of a car last March when the victim alleges Majors attacked her and broke her finger.
Dressed in a gray suit and black dress shirt and tie, Majors, flanked by his attorneys, stood with family members and his girlfriend, Megan Good, behind him as the verdict was read. The sentencing is scheduled for February 6th, with potential consequences of up to 1 year in prison for the misdemeanor and violation charges. However, the actor was found not guilty of intentional assault in the third degree and aggravated harassment in the second degree. Majors, who portrayed Kang the Conqueror, faced a total of 4 charges related to assault, aggravated harassment, and harassment stemming from an incident on March 25th.
Good morning, Jonathan.
It's a bizarre rant as actor Jonathan Majors berates his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari. Majors is upset that she'd gone out partying.
Do you really know, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan?
He called 911, reporting that he found his ex-partner, Grace Jabari, unconscious in their apartment. Police arrested Majors after discovering injuries on Jabari, including a laceration behind her ear and a bruised and fractured finger. Throughout the trial, tensions rose, with Chaudhry objecting to the prosecutor's questions, and Jabari's relatives and Majors supporters sitting on opposite sides of the courtroom. Jabari, initially composed, became emotional when recounting how Majors had changed from a loving partner to someone who made her feel isolated and frightened.
They also say Jabari went to Lucy's nightclub after the fight, where surveillance video shows Jabari was not injured and freely using the finger she says Majors fractured.
The actor pleaded not guilty to all charges.
What happened exactly, do you know?
No, I don't know. But she's unconscious. She's naked from the bottom down. She has a sweatshirt on. She's my ex-partner. We broke up. I came back. She sent me text messages insinuating this much.
Now that was part of a nearly 5-minute phone call made by Majors after returning to his Chelsea penthouse following an alleged fight with his ex-girlfriend in March. Now, the Hollywood star is facing charges including assault and aggravated harassment in connection with the alleged altercation between him and Grace Jabari.
Jabari, who testified during the trial, alleged that Majors caused the injuries during a previous altercation in a private car. The charges included misdemeanor offenses related to incidents in the car and a violation charge for an alleged act of harassment when Majors reportedly threw Jabari back into the car. The defense argued that he did so to prevent her from running into traffic, supported by surveillance footage capturing the incident. The charges were brought by the state of New York, framing the case as a criminal trial with a higher burden of proof for the jury. The verdict already had repercussions on Majors' career, as Marvel Studios dropped him from future Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
Jonathan Majors' time as Kang is up. Well, reports are coming in that Marvel Studios decided
when they shot the ending for Loki Season 2. They ended it like this to officially write out Jonathan Majors.
Throughout the trial, prosecutors portrayed the case as one of domestic violence, while the defense challenged Jabari's credibility, presenting it as an act of revenge by an ex-partner.
The Manhattan jury found Majors guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and guilty of harassment following a 2-week trial that stemmed from a March incident between the actor and his ex-partner, Grace Jabari. Majors was dropped by the studio just hours after his guilty verdict was announced. Majors was positioned as a key figure in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with the Disney-owned studio building its entire current story arc around Majors' Kang the Conqueror.
Despite the high stakes, Majors maintained a stoic demeanor during the trial, not testifying himself. His attorney, Priya Chaudhry, asserted that Majors anticipates clearing his name, hinting at a potential appeal. Chaudhry argued that Jabari was the aggressor in the car, pointing to Majors' ripped coat and surveillance footage showing her running after him. The defense suggested that Jabari injured herself later, after engaging in activities at a club and returning to their apartment. Key evidence included video surveillance, photos of Jabari's injuries, and body camera footage from responding officers. Prosecutors also introduced text suggesting a pattern of abuse in the relationship.
Jabari claims Majors caused injuries that were shown in photos in court following a night out in March. She says she took the actor's phone from his hands after noticing a flirtatious text message from another woman. She then claims that Jonathan Majors twisted her arm and that she suffered a blow against her head. Now, other evidence that was made public has included text messages between the two in which Majors appears to be admitting to the attack and urging Jabari not to report it. Majors' lawyer, however, claims his former girlfriend was the one who was the aggressor in all of this and submitted a video of her at a nightclub following this alleged assault.
Initially deemed inadmissible, these texts were later presented to the jury following cross-examination questions, lacking specificity from Majors' defense team. In addition, a recording of Majors admonishing Jabari for her behavior was played, with the jury instructed to consider it as background information rather than evidence of a propensity to commit a crime.
How dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is going to be out of commission.
Yeah, I won't. No,
do you understand that? Because that team, Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not, I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
sorry. Let me just lay it out for you. I'm just going to say this. My temper, my travel block, I'm a great man. I am doing great things. Not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That's real. I'm not about it. I didn't ask for it. I'm hurt, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately.